Well, it's my last makeup video of the year, and I'm calling this the best of 2024 for mature skin. Now, what makes me an expert? Well, I'm a 30-year pro makeup artist. I worked in Hollywood, and I'm the creator of Mature Makeup Masterclass, a course you can buy for life, and it's 23 videos and counting, all on mature technique. I cover all budgets, all skin types. So I will be relaunching that at the end of January. Until now, enrollment is closed, okay? So we're gonna jump right into it. Check back next Saturday, the last Saturday of the month. I will have best of 2024 skincare for mature skin. And again, I cover all skin types. As a pro makeup artist, I don't just talk about what works great on my skin, which I'm pretty normal, maybe normal to dry in the winter, but year round, I would say I'm just very normal. But I like to talk about what works well on oily skin types and skin types that have different issues like rosacea. So we cover it all here at this channel. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I just got verified. I got my little check mark, so I'm so thankful. Okay, let's jump right into it. My favorite primer. I don't have a favorite primer. There's quite a few that I've liked over the year, and I do stock a few in my pro kit. But my number one primer really is not even a primer. It is Vaseline, or you could even do Aquaphor. I like Aquaphor too. The reason why I'm leaning more towards Vaseline is there's nothing else in it. It's just petrolatum. There's no other ingredients, where Aquaphor can have lanolin, and that can cause skin sensitivities. Today I put this everywhere. I concentrated it a little bit more under the eyes, as I always do, and through my parentheses, which gets texture, and then my nose, where I can kind of collect makeup and get those little makeup polka dots. I hate those. So by putting this under my eyes, coating my nose, going through the parentheses, it really keeps your makeup looking pretty and surprisingly stays on longer. You wouldn't think so, right? You would think this would be a slippy, slidey mess. It isn't. It floats on top of the skin, and anything you put on top of that floats on top of that. So you just have this beautiful, smooth skin, and it works for all skin types. This scores a 1 on EWG.org, so it's safe, it's clean, and it works for all skin types. It's non-comedogenic. So I have this everywhere today, okay? I'm doing a test. I have it on my whole face, not just those mentioned spots, because my favorite foundation is, oh, for crying out loud, did I put it away? Okay. Oh, here we go. These are the shades I used, but let me get you the big bottle, because Haus Labs. This made my top 5 a couple years ago when it launched. I have not worn this much this year. I haven't worn a lot of liquid foundations. Liquid foundations dry down, and it makes me look really old and textured through here. But now I do this. So when I did the Lindsay Lohan special occasion makeup for mature skin, for photography, for video, for special occasion, I use Lindsay Lohan as my role model, as my inspiration. And I did Haus Labs in that video over Vaseline. And I did it again today. And this has been on a couple hours. This is not fresh makeup. I am so impressed. It looks like my beautiful Seint makeup. My Seint makeup is cream makeup. It's been my number one makeup for 3 years. Cream makeup's very pretty on mature skin, even for oily skin types. It's just very pretty. It's soft. It's creamy. I'm so impressed with this. I'm so impressed with this. And this works on all skin types. So Haus Lab is my liquid foundation of the year, but I don't want to leave out my numero uno, and the one that I wore every time I had to be photographed in New York City would be Seint. Your whole face in one palette. I do free color matches, so you don't have to try to guess what your color is. I love Seint. It's absolutely beautiful. I've been wearing it 3 years and counting, and I've helped 10,000 women in 3 years. So it's good, I promise. My favorite foundation from the drugstore, I'm going to try to talk about drugstore if I can, and that would be About Face. It's a company by Halsey. She's the singer, and it comes in a tall square bottle, and I have used it here on my channel. It's a little bit more sheer. This is a good medium coverage and buildable. I even went in a little bit heavier through here with it and a little bit heavier through my nose. You can build this. but the About Face is a little bit more light to medium, and I really, really like it for that reason, okay? Okay, my favorite skin tint. Most of you know that most days I just use a skin tint. I don't do foundation every day. I don't feel like I need it. My favorite skin tint for about half the year so far has been the Naked Sundays Beautyscreen. This is an SPF 50. No, is that a 30? It's a 50. Anyway, they call it a skin tint foundation. So I would say it's a little bit heavier coverage than a sheer skin tint, but I love it, love it, love it. It's what I wear most days. And then if I need a little bit extra coverage anywhere else, I'll go in with concealer. But this has been my favorite. I've gone to this every day for 4 or 5 months now. I love this. This is the Naked Sundays Beautyscreen. Okay, love it. I would say my favorite drugstore would be Redken. Revlon, and I don't have it here. This room is such a mess. I'm going to redo this whole room hopefully in the next few weeks. But it's the Revlon skin tint. I've used it here on this channel. I love it. It's beautiful. And also I would say that the Revlon skin tint is also a little bit more coverage than a traditional skin tint, and that's probably why I like it. Okay, my number one concealer of the year for mature skin. Well, of course, I know you're all home saying French face. Yes, Maxine's Revenge French face. This was invented by a mature woman for mature women. It's got 74% skincare in it. It's jam-packed with skincare, but it has a lot of pigment. It's 24% coverage, which is very high for concealer, but it's so thin that it gives you the coverage you need without being thick and heavy. I absolutely love this. This has been my number one under eye for, gosh, a little over a year now. That is French face, and Leah is developing more shades, so I'm so excited, but I am light beige, and that's my number one. And she has a shade matching thing on her website if you need to check it out. I think it's $33 and you get a lot in here. It's not luxury packaging at all. So, you know, compared to Dior, Dior looks bigger, but this is double walled. So, you know, it's really not that much less. It is really affordable. I've done a whole breakdown too on my channel here of what this comes out to per ounce. And it's like, I don't know, is it $2.60? I don't know. It's one of the more affordable ones for being so luxury. My next, my runner up would be this Sarah Creal. Really pretty, really nice. I did a whole Sarah Creal video over the summer. Everything that she launched up to that point, I did a whole face of Sarah Creal. Beautiful, very, very expensive. I think this is $58. This is only $33, and you get more in here. But this is lovely too. I really love it. And then I would say my number one concealer of the drugstore, and I did this in my newsletter, so this is like something I really researched, the Milani Perfect and Conceal. Milani Perfect and Conceal. It almost looks like this. It's a great concealer. It's heavy coverage, but again, if you're putting it over Vaseline or Aquaphor and just using a little dot and really tapping it in well, it's absolutely beautiful, and it's very long wearing, okay? Okay, my number one brows of the year. No one will be surprised by this. It is my 3D brow. I did an entire video for mature brows called 3D brows, and the reason it's called 3D is because I use two Anastasia pomades. I use one that kind of matches my hair tone, so I went in with caramel, and I used the brush. Oh my gosh, do I love this brush. This is the best brush I've ever used for brows. It is, no, that's not it. It's the Anastasia 7B. Let's see, do I have it out here? Gosh darn it. Well, anyway, it's the 7B, and it is my favorite brush I've ever used for brows. It's a little angle on one side. You can go watch the whole video I did. I have no idea where it is. I used it a couple hours ago, and of course now it's missing. But anyway, you want the 7B. It is the best brush, but I put on caramel all over my brows to get like that shadow, but it's warm, so it really matches my hair well. And then I go in with tiny, tiny little hair strokes using This is medium brown. I really need to pump it up to dark brown. I really need to go get dark brown, but this is medium brown. And then I go in with a couple little strokes where I need it. This is my favorite brow products in the whole world. If I couldn't use brow, if you're thinking, well, that's a lot of work, I don't want to use 2 different pomades in a brush, I'm telling you, it's the most realistic close-up. But then it would just be good old-fashioned, you know, just the Anastasia brow pencil. I don't even know where that is. I don't even know where that is. I don't know where anything is because this whole place is such a mess. I'm about ready to set a balm off in here. But here it is. It's the Anastasia Perfect Brow Pencil. It's my favorite. I absolutely love it. It comes in every shade. I think Anastasia makes the best brow shades on the planet. She is the OG of brows, and that's my favorite. And you can go watch that video. It's called 3D Brows, on how to perfect that. And the feedback I'm getting is so good because women who don't have brows, they really like that. Or if they have sparse brows, they really like that brow technique. It's so pretty. Okay, my favorite eye products, quick eyes. I'm all about shadow sticks. Something happened in the last 6 weeks and I am all about a shadow stick. This is the one I probably get the most compliments on, but it's cinnamon and it's very reddish and it goes great with my hair. But today I have on this one. It's taupe. It's so pretty. I did a video on this too. This is a champagne. This is a taupe. I have that all over my eye. It takes minutes. It almost blends as you're putting it on. So it's almost self-blending. It's under the eye. It's so great. I love these Bobbi Brown dual-ended pencils, but you can get all these shades in singles. Now, I also love the shadow sticks by Laura Mercier, Jane Iredale, Hourglass. Like, I love it. L'Oreal. I just did a L'Oreal video for women who are on a budget. L'Oreal makes great shadow sticks. This is my favorite. It's my favorite. I love it so much. But then I want to show you, because then my favorite palette, this is probably the 2nd year in a row this is my favorite palette. This is Makeup by Mario, and this is the Master Mattes. And there's a couple neutral shades in here, but it is on the warmer side. Now, he just did a cooler palette this year. There's no shimmers. It's really supposed to be like one of those standard classic palettes that you can use every single day. And then if you want to put a sparkle on the eye, you can. Or if you want to mix it with a pencil, you can. But I have used this. This is my go-to palette. I absolutely love it. Master Mattes. This is the warm one. But then I went in with this dark brown, and I just smoked it right out here, and that's it. So, I mean, I only have a little bit of this on, but I did need to add a little bit more depth than what that pencil was giving me. So that is my favorite eye palette in the world. And there is not, as far as I know, there is not an affordable version of that. But if you found a small eye palette in the drugstore and it was just mattes and it was like that, it's a good one to own. You'll have it for years. Shadows don't go bad. There's no water in it to get bacteria in it. So you can have shadows up to 5 years very easily. Okay, my favorite pencils in the world. I have it on my upper eyelid today, my waterline, and I also love these pencils for my lips. Is my #1 reach for pencil is Makeup Forever. Just the good old-fashioned artist pencil. It's up on my waterline. I absolutely love this. And then for lips, I would say I probably use Anywhere Caffeine probably the most. I love Anywhere Caffeine. It's probably my most used pencil of the year. I don't see it. I also love the Anastasia pencils. They're square, and mocha is such a pretty color if you like nudes. They're great because they don't roll off your counter or your vanity because they're square. I really like those. But the most reach for pencil I have in my whole collection for the whole year, Makeup Forever. Oh no, today I have Mob Beauty. Makeup Forever, Anywhere Caffeine. And then Mob Beauty launched this, I think this summer. This is M1990. It is to resemble the original Spice lip liner of the 90s. And this is probably also my most reach for. I know I said that one was, but this one just launched. This is the one when I just want soft nude lips. This is my favorite, 1990. But I also love Makeup Forever, Anywhere Caffeine. I would say those are my 2 favorite Here's the Anywhere Caffeine. It's just so pretty. I love it. I love Makeup Forever brushes. Okay. Oh, and you know who makes good dupes in the store is NYX. So I love NYX pencils. They have different formulas. I love them all. You can't go wrong. And I'm a nudie girl, so I can pick up just all these different nudes, and I like them all. I do. I really like NYX pencils. Okay, my #1 blush of the year, the one I reached for the most, and I don't have it here. Holy moly. Hold on. It is Half Magic. Half Magic launched these really pretty blushes. This one's Pink Mushroom. They come in these little disposable, compostable. I love these. But they're called Cheek Fluff, and I just love, love, love the texture. Look, it's so like soft. And then it comes, well, it doesn't come with it, but Donnie Davy made this kitten brush for it. It comes in like 6 shades. This is my most reached for blush the entire year. This is a great one if you want something that's a little bit like a bronzer and a blush in one. It's so pretty. I love, love, love these Cheek Fluff. They're my most reached for. Of all my blushes, they're my most reached for of the year. And always with this kitten paw because it makes the prettiest little shape. But I will tell you, very recently I started reaching for, when women started telling me they couldn't keep blush on, I started reaching for Milk Jellies. Okay, they look like Jell-O. You can almost see down inside of it. It comes in about 6 different shades. It is a stain. It is what I have on today. And I put it on lightly so you can see a little bit of pink. It's not too heavy, but it is a stain. And I love this. It stays on so well, and it looks like it's coming from under the skin rather than sitting on top. And that's because it's just this really sheer stain. I always keep the lid on so it never dries out because it is like a Jell-O. But holy moly, it doesn't budge. I've even taken a shower with this on my wrist or arm before, and it does not come off. It is so, so pretty. I love this. But you can see it in my Lindsay Lohan video. I tap the product on the brush first, and then I put it on. Tap it on the brush, then put it on. You don't want to put this directly to the face. It'll be too hard to blend. It dries quickly, but it is absolutely beautiful, and I'm such a fan of pink. I decided to do one of my favorite looks of the year, and this is it. It's just a neutral eye with a heavy lash and a pink cheek, and then kind of a sheer pink mouth. That is my favorite look of the year, and I have a little bit of glitter on my eye, the tiniest little flecks of micro glitter. It's my favorite look of the year. It really is. Okay, so that's Half Magic, and that is the Milk Jelly tints. Now, Makeup Revolution just launched some jelly tints. I have not had a chance to try the Makeup Revolution, but I'm guessing it's just like this, and they're really affordable. You can get Makeup Revolution at Ulta, and they're having a sale right now on their website. Makeup Revolution up to 50% off most of their makeup. I also really love the e.l.f. I love this one. I did this Sabrina Carpenter look, and if I'm keeping it right here in my drawer, right here at my desk, it's because I reach for it a lot. I love these liquid blushes by e.l.f. I just love them. And again, that's something else I would probably, put on the back of my hand and pick up with a brush. I would never apply this directly to face, but I just love these. I love these so much, and they're like $6 from Ulta or e.l.f. Cosmetics. So that's my most reached for blush of the year. Okay, lips. My favorite lips are, this is the lip I've reached for the most all year, ever since January when this launched. It's also Seint. It's called Diamonds Are Forever. It's a sheer pink. Look at this. It's so sheer. Here, I'm going to show you on my finger. It's so sheer. It's like a warm, sheer pink with a little bit of a gold shimmer. And that is probably what I've worn 80% of the year with Mob Beauty M1990. That's Mob Beauty M1990 in that. And that's probably what I'm asked about the most on my lips. Or I'll wear this with the Makeup Forever Anywhere Caffeine. Also, see this white box back here? Okay. Sarah Creal. Remember, she had one of my favorite concealers of the year. She launched some really beautiful lipsticks, and they are made for mature lips. So they're kind of feathery. They're not feathery. They're blurring to the lips. So and then this primer here is so good. You put this on first, and you can go outside of the lines with it because it can prevent your lipstick from bleeding into lines, but it also is a great primer for lines on the lips. It holds your lipstick on. I love her primer, and then these are all her shades, and I think her lipsticks are so pretty. Again, I'm mostly a lip balm girl with lip pencils, but when I have to wear a lipstick, I would say Sarah probably made some of my favorite ones of the year. I also love Violette Franche, her Bisou balms, because they're blurring and pretty, but I get more into those in spring and summer. Okay, so those are my top lips of the year. Top powder, the entire year, I have talked about Givenchy. This is 03. This is Prima Libre 03 Rose Veil. It comes with like these 4 different, well, that's kind of apricot yellow, but it comes with these 3 different rose shades. I love this powder. It's been my favorite of the year. And then they went and changed the formula, and everyone's in an uproar. I don't know if you could still get the original formula on Givenchy, but I know at Sephora they took all the talc out because they want to be clean. And so they made a version with no talc, and now it has like a pearly shimmer in it. Not good on mature skin. But the original is beautiful, and I have it on this side of my face. It just creates this beautiful velvety texture. Again, I haven't powdered in 2 hours. And then to rival it, if not replace it, Seint launched a new powder called Feather Blot Dust. Feather Blot Dust. I buy 2 of them side by side and keep them in here because I like a big brush to kind of coat the side of my face. Anyway, I have the Feather Blot on this whole side. I have Givenchy on this whole side. So see how this side's a little bit more velvety and this side has a little bit more glow. This is the Feather Blot on this side, and it's blurring. I love how blurring it is. So it actually blurs any, there we go. It's a little more fresh now. But this is the best blurring powder for mature skin. It's great for going on the eyes because it kind of blends out your shadows if you're not great at blending your shadows. And everyone who's tried this has loved this. So I can always put a link for this. This is Feather Blot Dust. It blots oil. It blurs. It is a mature skin, beautiful powder, and I love it so much. And it only comes in the press. There's no loose version. Okay. And then, it was getting too long. Okay, highlighter. My #1 highlighter of the year. Oh my gosh, do I love this highlighter. Do I have it out? Dior. Dior Glow Maximizer. When I wear this, even makeup artists are like, what's on your face? Why is your skin so great? It's this. It's this. Look at this. Do you see that beautiful glow? But it looks like skin. There's no sparkle. There's no disco. It doesn't add texture. Now, I've heard other people trash this product. This is peach. Okay, if you're not a peachy person, you might not get peach. But it doesn't go on that peachy. I'll show you on my butt wide arm. Look at this. So it goes on warm. Maybe the tiniest peach, but do you see that? It just gives a beautiful glow. And since I'm a peach person, I'm like, well, of course I want peach. I use this almost every day of my life. I love this so much. I put on 2 dots and then I just take my blender and I tap, 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 and then boom, it's on, it's gorgeous. I only put it on cheeks, maybe a little on the nose. I did get their pearly one because my daughter and I saw it one day at a counter and we put it on our hands and we were like, ooh, ah. So I didn't get it right then and there. I waited a couple months and I bought the pearl. It's like a white, but guess what? On the skin, it's really like, there's a lot of mica. You can see a lot of like specks of like pigment and you can see specks of glitter, and I was like so disappointed because these are not cheap. But this one, I have used this nonstop since, I don't know, maybe April. It's just so beautiful, but I only like the peach. I can't tell you what the other colors look like, but the white pearl one, don't get it. It's very disco-y, okay? That's my top highlighter of the year. My top setting spray of the year, this is about 4 years and counting. Charlotte Tilbury airbrush. And guess what? This is the travel size. So if it's sold out, if the big one's sold out, just get a travel size. It lasts a long time. I absolutely love it. It's in my pro kit. I love it on myself. I really do. But then Caliray, I don't know if you know Caliray, but Caliray is a clean beauty brand at Sephora, started by Wendy Zomer. Wendy was the creator of Urban Decay in the 90s. She created Surf Proof, and it's really nice because it's a fine mist. Look at this. See that fine mist? I love this. I love this, and it really holds your makeup on well. I've never put this in my pro kit, so I don't know how it works on other people, only myself, but I love it. But the Charlotte Tilbury is excellent, excellent at setting spray. Now, if you need a really good version from the drugstore, I love Morphe. Morphe makes, look at this. It's like $8. Watch this mist. I love a mist. Look at that. It's like a fine mist. I think that's $8. Morphe. I love Morphe, and this used to be in my pro kit, and then I ran out. But it works great. And then I also love Milani. I think it's Last the Day. I like the Milani one too, okay? Okay, mascara. Let's start with drugstore, okay? My favorite drugstore mascara all year long has been Milani Lash Extension. It comes in like a purple, I don't even know where it is. It comes in a purple, it comes in an aqua turquoise tube, and it's a tubing mascara called Milani Lash Extensions. It's $14.99. I love a tubing mascara in the summer because it never transfers or smears. And when you wash it off with hot to warm water, little teeny, like hollow noodles come off your lashes. That's what a tubing mascara is. I love tubing mascara. But today, doggone it, here it is. I love this new Panorama L'Oreal, and I have it on this side. Now, granted, I popped a little half lash on, but I had it on this side, and I absolutely loved the length and the volume it gave me. So that's the Panorama by L'Oreal. And then my #1 mascara of the year in a high-end category is the KUSH. And the KUSH is on this side. Again, I got a half lash on. But it's that big fat teddy bear brush. So it really builds beautiful length and volume. And this one has won awards. That's the Milk KUSH mascara. It's kind of got a cult following. It's been really popular for 4 or 5 years. I just tried it for the first time this year, and it has become my #1. But I love Panorama. I love Milani tubing mascara. And then guess what? I did this cute, mature gal. She came to my house for a lesson last week. She's a 30-year hairstylist. I put Jones Road mascara. Now, if you followed me a long time, you know Jones Road was my #1 mascara in 2022, and maybe even 2023. It was in my top 3. I love Jones Road mascara. I put it on her. I had a brand new tube. I let her take it home as a fun little parting gift. But we both went, wow. And I'm like, wow, I forgot how good that mascara is. You know, I get so many brands shipped to me in PR that I forgot how much I love Jones Road. So it's not making my top this year just because I barely used it in 2024. But when I saw it on her eyes, I was like, doggone it, that's such a good mascara. I have to get back to using that in 2025. So I do love Jones Road mascara. Okay, my most reached for bronzer this year. If you are a Seint customer, then you know Bella. Bella bronzer, well, that's a contour. Bella is tucked away for winter, but Bella bronzer is my #1 bronzer in almost the whole world. I love Bella bronzer, but here's what I reached for. If I was in a real hurry, I would do the Makeup by Mario bronzing liquid, and I would only use it with the Krystelle Lee brush. See how it's stacked? And I just did the top of my forehead, my cheeks, that was it, maybe my nose. Love this bronzing liquid by Makeup by Mario. But this This is my #1 of the year, other than Bella Bronzer by Seint, this one right here. And I usually do light to medium or medium. Medium in summer and light to medium during the year. It's just so nice. It's like a creamy balm, but it doesn't stay dewy or sticky. I'm a big fan of Makeup by Mario because he's a pro makeup artist. I'm a big fan of pro makeup artist lines. So excellent. Love Mario. Love Mario. Okay, my #1 contour of the year, and I've been talking about this a lot the last couple of months. I have it on today. Some of that's my natural shadow and some of it is contour. I have it on my nose. I have it at the top of my forehead. Milk Sculpt Stick. This is toasted. I like toasted in the winter. I like stoked in the summer. There's only 4 shades. They're all cool, so they mimic a real shadow. They're easy to use. They're easy to blend. I love this. I think it's like $22, and then if it goes on sale, it's almost like a drugstore price. But it's tiny. It's great for travel. It's easy to use, but a little goes a long way, and you have it a long time. And then I like to blend it with this one. This is one of my most used brushes I have. It's the Krystelle Lee. It's K21. I love it for contour and for bronzer. I love that it's stacked. These are synthetic luxury bristles. They're like a special type of fiber. They really grab the makeup and then they blend it beautifully. I love the Krystelle Lee brushes. I love her big fat powder brush. I can put all these links for you. I did this one today for foundation for the Haus Labs. This is more of a, it's stacked also, but it's like a foundation brush. But if I only could choose a couple, it would definitely be this one, the stacked one I use for contour and bronzer, and then this little stacked one, which this is my concealer brush. 100%. This is the only brush I grab for concealer. I almost grab nothing else. And this is K12. Yeah, K12. I love it. It's stacked. And I absolutely love this brush. It's my most reached for brush. But I love the Krystelle Lee brushes. I also love, you know who else I love? Nikki LaRose, BK Beauty, Nikki LaRose. Look, this one right here is a Nikki. This is when I just want powder in just strategic areas. I love this for powder. She has so many good brushes, and her whole set I think right now is only 200, around 200. And I don't know if you know this, but BK Beauty is now on Amazon. So I'll put a link for all that just if you want to make it easy for yourself. But I love BK Beauty. I like Angie Hot and Flashy. I really do. Great brushes. Those were always my go-to. But when Nikki launched hers, about what, a year and a half ago, I went crazy. I could tell it was I could tell it was made by a real makeup artist because of just how unique her brush shapes were. I absolutely love Nikki LaRose. She's wonderful. My most used sponge of the year is the Cammy Nyugen. It's $6. It's so bouncy. I enjoy using it. I really do. If you do ever feel like you're drying down, I don't, now that I have the Vaseline, but what I used to do is I would just take like a, re-wetting spray, and then I would spray like a blender and just go into my problem areas, and boom, it just kind of makes everything refreshed. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Hydrator Mist, but you could use so many rehydrating sprays. There's so many good ones on the market. So that's a little trick I would do. But yeah, this is $6. You can get it at the Makeup Altar in Nashville. She has a website. Melanie has a website, or you can go to CammyNyugen.com and just buy them for $6. I'm not an affiliate, so when I post a link, it's just so to make it easy for you. That's it. And my #1 eyelash curler, and this is about, I think, 3 years in a row, but it's been redesigned. The Jenny Patinkin. It's this beautiful rose gold one. The first one she sent me probably back in 2022. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like Shu Uemura. Shu Uemura is the best eyelash curler in the world. It's owned by all top makeup artists. I've had Shu Uemura in my pro kit since 2003. I used Shu Uemura even in the 90s. It is the best. But Jenny Patinkin came out with one and I flipped instantly. And now she made a new version, which is called for hooded eyes, for older hooded eyes. It works on me. I'm not really hooded anymore, but it works great. I love this. I don't know the price. I'll have to list a link for you, but you could always get it at jennypatinkin.com. Okay? So there you have it. That is my most reached for makeup of the year. And like I said, the Haus Labs can work on all skin types. Vaseline works on all skin types. The powders work on all skin types. Color Products Eyes works on all skin types. The brows works on whether you have a brow or you don't have a brow, or you have a little bit of a brow like me. You can really build a three-dimensional brow with those Anastasia pomades and that specific brush. I love these too. I love these little triangle. You can get these little triangle puffs on Amazon, and I might kind of lightly, if I'm special occasion, bake my lower face right under my contour, but only my lower face, because I don't have right here, I don't have any wrinkles, I don't have any texture. I would never put it through here though. Maybe right there, maybe a little bit there, but I'm real careful about using that. I would only use this for photography or evening. I wouldn't use it for daytime. It would put the powder on too heavy for my dry skin, okay? All right, I hope that helps. It's been a great year. I'm blown away by just the technology that these makeup companies are coming up with. I almost can't keep up. There were some foundation launches that I was just like, I'm going to take a pass on this one. And that was Patrick Ta. Even though everyone said it's great for mature skin, I was like, I'm sure it's great. I cannot try every foundation in the world. I just can't. I cannot keep up with all of it. But I'll try next year to be really mindful of foundations that are beautiful on mature skin. But I'm telling you, I didn't love liquid makeup, and now I love this technique. So now I'm going to have to revisit liquid makeups that I returned. I returned Pat McGrath like years ago, like 2022, 2021. Bought Pat McGrath because everyone raged about it, returned it. Bought Armani, returned it. I return foundations that make me look old instantly. Chanel, the Chanel #1 line, the cleaner version of Chanel makeup, returned it. So I can maybe in 2025 revisit some new liquid foundations now that I have this trick, because this looks beautiful. I don't look dry and cakey anywhere. And let me see my under eye. Yeah, I'm not creasing. This has been on now probably 2.5 hours. I'm not creasing anywhere. Vaseline, y'all. Vaseline is the trick. It is the trick for mature skin, okay? All right, I'll see you back next year for best skincare of 2024 for mature skin. Will your favorite be in there? I hope so. I got a lot of Korean beauty coming at you. Okay, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year. I love you all so much. Thank you for growing this channel. Thank you for our Look Good Close-Up Club. We have the best community on all of YouTube. And all you have to do is subscribe. That's it. Or just show up every week and engage with the community. They're the best. I love you all so much. God loves you. And I'll see you next week.